It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll see the Bears' electric quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Bears and the Vikings, next on EA Sports.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
An injury stoppage here, and that's Marquise Brown, who appears to be shaken up. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Gervon Dexter able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and it could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Everyone's scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is going to work as to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Melvin. And again back to Komet. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend. And usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His 2nd catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
Yeah, we talk all the time, Charles, and it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has, but really it's the truth. They're, for a tight end, some of the best hands in the game. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Lead the block in the back. Offense.
The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They run. It's Johnson. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Melvin. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Off the play fake. Melvin forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot, because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 12 carries, 60 yards.
Sitting 10th in the league in rushing isn't bad, but it's also not as high as where he knows he should be with how talented he is. There's definitely another gear there, and hopefully their game plan gives him an opportunity.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Will Anderson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Fielded at the 43. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. Well, with 3 weeks left, they are in one of those 3 wild card spots, Charles, but that spot is not clinched, and there's not a ton of breathing room for them, so the bottom line, they just need to focus on winning right now.
Yeah, they totally have their eyes open, don't they? They know they've got teams trying to run them down. They can hear their footsteps. The question coaches ask guys in the locker room, do you have another gear left to pull away and lock in that playoff spot? If so, let's hit it.
Ball on the 39. Here's second and a couple. Back to throw. Melvin. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
On third down, here's Dobbins. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. The Bears at 11-3 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Melvin. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it'll bring up third down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Melvin. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Cade York on now for the field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here that adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 17-0 our score after one. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
Here we go.
To throw is Wentz.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend of the NFC.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now Wentz on 3rd down.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Throwing to start the drive. Melvin flushed out right.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. These 2 teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
York able to send this one through, and the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple for you. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get him at the 25. Carson Wentz and the rest of the offense heading back out there. And his struggles, they're continuing. He had 3 interceptions in last week's ball game. 2 more already here before halftime as they take over with a first down.
Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Yep. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Melvin. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Melvin. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follows.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake, but he will not come anywhere close to the first down marker, and that gives us a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second down, they go again with Henry. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Inside handoff, Henry. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 6 with the ball on the 7. Wentz going to throw. There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Throwing to start the drive. Melvin firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Looking to throw. Melvin. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Wentz now on 1st down. This will go to Henry out wide. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing is Wentz. He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on first is Wentz. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now Wentz again. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as it'll be brought down at the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep the deficit at 20. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly... Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Eluding the pressure right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins, and he will have the Bears first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing on first down, Melvin. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
3rd and 3. Back to throw. Melvin. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Chicago! Takedown, 53 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by York is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. Slant route, and he's got Addison. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he'll be brought down at the 37. Now a play fake. Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nakobe Dean picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Will Anderson getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Looking to throw. Melvin. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 15.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Wentz. Over the middle, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. To throw, it's Wentz. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Wentz.
Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Henry up the middle.
Will Anderson gets to him for the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Addison will go in motion left. They'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
They'll run it again with Henry. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Wentz, got to have this one.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down. And that wasn't easy, but they do wind up converting a 4th and 7 to keep this drive moving.
Into the red zone, Wentz.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Derrick Henry with a milestone career touchdown number 100.
joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Set to kick off.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Alton Robinson leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Off play action. Melvin sliding out of the pocket. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Bears look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
First down.
Here's Wentz to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down. Wentz to throw again. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. Breaks through the contact, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 34 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Khalil Mack, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now Wentz. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that one almost intercepted. Well, he's got 2 already, nearly a 3rd, but not to be, and it's 4th down.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Go. Listen.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season. So here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
That's good for a Chicago Bears.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Number 6 brings up 2nd and 4.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game. I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Vikings 27-yard line.
2nd down and 6 now.
Johnson running right. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bears, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks.
Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.